Hello viewers, welcome to my channel, which is Joya's Kitchen. I hope you are all doing very good, very healthy. Today I'm going to show you one of our Bengali typical dish, which we call it halim. Halim is actually a thick lentil and grain soup with meat. So meat you can go for chicken, you can go for lamb, you can go for mutton or beef. Today I'm using beef to make this one, and I'm trying to make it in a little bit of healthy way, but trust me, you're going to get exactly the authentic halim taste in my halim. And I'm going to show you the easiest way as well, how I do it, and it's going to be exactly from the scratch. It's nothing going to be like shop bought, so just stay with me and enjoy the whole process. So at first I'm gonna start with my spices. So the particular spice we use in our halim, which is here, I took here 2 teaspoons of fennel seed, or in Bengali we call it mori. We took some clove and some cardamom, so like around 4 cardamom and 4 to 5 clove. I'm just making for like 3 to 4 portion of halim, these spices. I took here 2 teaspoons of whole cumin seed. These are not roasted cumin seed, just raw cumin seed. I took here 2 teaspoons of black mustard seed. You can go for white mustard seed as well. That also gonna work exactly in the same way. 3 to 4 stick of cinnamon, 3 to 4 bay leaf, and around 1.5 teaspoon of nutmeg powder. It's not mace, it's just the nutmeg powder, and this spice is gonna make my halim spice. Before I grind my spice, I'm gonna toast it a little bit. I'm not gonna toast it too much, like maybe 1 or 1.5 minutes, just to give it a little bit of time to like get all the flavor from it. And then I'm using 1 coffee bean grinder, and just now I'm gonna grind it. I need another part of spices, which I already had this 1.5 teaspoon of nutmeg powder. That was already powder. I took here 3 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 3 teaspoon of red chili powder, and 3 teaspoon of coriander powder. So red chili, coriander, and turmeric and nutmeg. These are the powder spice. And you can see I mixed up all my coriander, chili, all this powder together, and at the same time the other one is the powder I made, which is the real halim mixture powder. So for the main broth, or for the main base, I'm using this soup broth, which is you can find very easily in any kind of grocery. So I'm using that one. We have typical traditional halim mixture in my country, but we don't find, because I live in abroad, I can't find it easily. But exactly the grain and the lentil we use, we all have in this soup broth. So don't worry, just use this ready-made soup broth mix, and that's gonna work perfectly okay. But I'm gonna use actually 2 or 3 kind of more lentils here, which mung lentil. I think all Asian or any Indian people know what mung lentil is, or mung bean. I'm using around like half cup of mung bean and around half cup of red lentil. I have already red lentil in this mixture, but I'm adding a little bit more, because in our halim mixture we have a little bit more lentil than more grain. So that's why I'm mixing these two. And now I added here 3 cup of water, and I'm gonna soak it overnight, or at least 5 to 6 hours before I make my halim. I'm gonna start making my halim. So now I'm gonna at first make some caramelized onion, which is very important. So I added here around 1.5 cup or 1 cup of onion, and I'm gonna caramelize it. So it's gonna take around 10 to 12 minutes. So after 10 minutes of frying, my onions, you can see changing its color and it's kind of like caramelizing. And this caramelized onion actually for decoration or on top, like when the halim is finished, we're gonna add this caramelized onion on top, and very important. And I'm gonna use the same oil to cook my meat as well. So after around 15 minutes of frying, my caramelized onion is ready, and that's the rest of the oil I'm using. And this oil have all the flavor. At the same time, I'm adding here around 3 sticks of julienne ginger. This is very important to add some julienne ginger, that they're gonna release all the flavor in this oil. So when my julienne ginger is fried after 1 minute, now I'm gonna add here another like around 2 handful of chopped onion, because I'm cooking my meat first. So I'm gonna fry this onion for 2 to 3 minutes till it's little bit softened and translucent. So after around 2 to 3 minutes of frying, my onion is a little bit soft and you can see it's a little bit caramelized as well. Now I'm adding here 2 teaspoons of garlic paste and 2 teaspoons of ginger paste. So 2 teaspoons of garlic ginger paste, and I'm gonna fry it for another 1 minute. After 1 minute of frying, now I'm gonna add my powder spices. Before that, I'm adding here 1 green chili. You can skip that part, but trust me, if you add like 1 or 2 chopped green chili, that's gonna give really good flavor. And this is the spice mixture which I made earlier. And now I'm gonna add here around 3 teaspoons of that halim mixture, which is kind of like the mixture of mustard seed, fennel seed, cumin seed. And at the same time around 3 teaspoons of the other mixture, which is red chili, turmeric, coriander and nutmeg. And now I'm gonna fry these spices for another 1 minute. After another 1 minute of frying, you can see the oil is separate, so my spices are nearly cooked now, and this is the time I'm gonna add my meat. In that case, you can go for mutton, lamb, beef, chicken, whatever meat you like, but I'm using this lean beef, which is really less fat, but you can go for like really fatty beef as well. In traditional way, we usually use like very fatty meat because that's gonna give really good taste, but I'm using lean meat, but trust me, that's gonna give me really good taste as well. So I was been cooking my meat nearly 15 minutes, and because it was a lean meat and that was like boneless meat, so it cooked very fast. So after 15 minutes of cooking, you can see my meat is ready, and I'm gonna keep it in a corner. And now I'm gonna go for the lentil mixture. So in a large pot, now I'm gonna add here around 3 tablespoons of mustard oil and 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. But this is actually mixture. I mixed up my oil. And at the same time, I'm adding here around half cup of chopped onion, 2 bay leaf and 1 stick of cinnamon. And I'm gonna fry it for 1 minute. So I've been frying my onion and my whole spices for 1 minute. Now I'm adding here 2 teaspoons of garlic paste and 2 teaspoons of ginger paste. This is another separate ginger garlic paste. And I was been frying for another 1 minute those ginger garlic paste, and now I'm adding all the rest of the spices which actually left over. So another 3 teaspoons of those halim mixture and another 3 teaspoons of another those red chili and turmeric mixture. So I was been frying these spices for 2 minutes, and you can see the oil is separate. And it's very important you add a little bit of mustard oil, because in that case you're gonna get the authentic taste. And these are the lentil mixture which was soaked nearly like 5 to 6 hours, and I drained it, I washed it, and now I'm adding all of them together here. And I forgot to tell you, I added actually around like 2 tablespoons of this pilau rice as well, which is like traditional Asian pilau rice. But trust me, if you don't have this pilau rice, you just don't worry, just skip that part. But I have, that's why I added, because that's gonna give really authentic halim taste. And now I'm gonna mix all my lentils and grains with these spices. So I was been frying my grains and lentils nearly 2 minutes with the spices, and now I'm gonna add here at least 5 to 6 cups of boiling water, because I have to make sure I'm adding enough water, because these lentils and these grains need to cook properly quite a long time, at least 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna cover my pot and I'm gonna cook my lentils at least 10 to 12 minutes. After that, I'm coming back. So after 12 minutes, my lentils are like half done now, and now I'm just using one hand blender just to break it a little bit, like when we make our like traditional soup or something, exactly the same way. But I have to make sure I'm half broken it, like don't break it too much, don't make it mushy, just half broken, and that's it, done. So look at the thickness now, it's kind of like half broken. Still you can see some of my grains and lentils are in their shape. And now I'm just gonna cook it for another 7 to 8 minutes. Another 8 minutes of cooking. You can see my lentils are totally cooked now. Some of the green beans are still in the shape, but don't worry, they're gonna cook, they're gonna break in this soup, so it's fine. And now I'm gonna add my pre-cooked meat here, and just make sure you actually drop every single oil and the spices from this meat pan, because these are the goodness, these are the flavor here. And I checked the salt and everything, it's actually okay. And now I'm gonna cook my halim for another 10 to 12 minutes. So after adding the meat, another 10-12 minutes I cooked, and you can see the thickness I was looking for. This is the perfect thickness of the traditional halim, and it's like nicely cooked and it's ready. At the same time, I added here another 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, and in this mustard oil I'm gonna actually fry around 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. I'm gonna add this chili oil on top of my halim, and trust me, that's gonna give authentic color and the flavor. Amazing. So I'm just frying it for 1 minute. And the typical ingredients we use on top of our halim, which is fried onion, which I showed you before, some julienne sliced of ginger, which is very important, this julienne ginger, some chopped green chili, this is gonna give really nice kind of spiciness, some julienne very thinly sliced cucumber, and some small lemon pieces. And this is the mixture of chopped coriander and chopped mint leaves. So I put them together and then I roughly chopped it. So mint and coriander, and these are the ingredients we use on top of our halim when it's done. So here you go, guys. You can see how I served my halim. I put all the ingredients on top of my halim and how good it looks, and you can understand already the flavor of this halim, how good it can be. And I chose the easiest way, but exactly the authentic way. And don't worry, if your meat is not really fatty, it doesn't matter. The spice you are adding, the ingredients you are adding, it's gonna be really yummy and really authentic. So I hope you're gonna make this recipe and enjoy with your whole family. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and follow my recipes and share my recipes with your friends, family and neighbors. And I hope you're gonna make this halim and you're gonna enjoy it. And it was not very difficult. Everything we have around, you can make this halim very easily. And Ramadan is almost like going, so this is the time you can make your halim and you can enjoy. So yeah, take care, be positive, and thanks for watching my video. Bye bye, take care.